What's up YouTube? It's Go Explicit, the best source for GTA 5 knowledge. I'm going to be talking about my top 5 fastest cars in GTA 5 Online today. This is going to be more of like my personal opinion, the cars that I probably drive the most, spend the most time on land vehicle wise. So here we go. At number 5, I have the overflawed Auto Arc. And so I chose this because all around it's a solid car, especially, if you're kind of just starting out, you don't have too many cars. It only gets up to about 115 miles per hour, but its traction is definitely its main thing. Its acceleration is also pretty solid. I felt like the balance of everything together, it's an easy car to drive. It's good for races, good for everything. Not the most expensive car on the market by any means, so I definitely recommend the Auto Arc. There's many cars you can fit in this spot. Obviously at number 5, I also like the Pariah, and it also has one of the highest top speeds, so I also really considered the Pariah here. But it's a very popular car, so I kind of wanted to cover something that maybe not too many people drive. I don't see them around very often, but the Auto Arc is a great car to have. It's definitely worth spending your money on. At number 4, I have the Ocelot XA21. This car is so much fun to drive. Its top speed is its main attraction. It tops out at 130 miles an hour, so it's really quick. It's not the best at acceleration. It's maybe not the fastest getting off the line, but it sure gets up there. I love driving it. Mine's completely blacked out, and I love the look of it. And I love that when you start driving, the spoiler actually comes up out of the car. I think that's really cool. I definitely like the design they did with this car, and I really love driving it. If it was a little bit better on the handling and its acceleration was a little bit quicker, I probably would have considered moving it up a little higher, but in terms of fastest cars, it's definitely up there. It's definitely worth it. It's going to be a really quick car for you to have, and it has a really high top speed too. So. At number 3, I have the Deviste 8. Now, this car tops out at 140 miles an hour. I haven't actually got it there, but it is a very fast car. When it was actually created, it was supposed to be the fastest car at that time, but it kind of just depends on your personal preference. Remember, most of these are based on my knowledge and how I like to drive them, so you could have a different top 5. But the Deviste 8, I love driving this car. The balance of acceleration, top speed, traction, I think it's really easy to drive. I've definitely used it in the majority of my races. I love the car. I like the look is definitely different. It's a different look, and a lot of people don't like the look, but as far as performance wise, I think it does great. I've used it in a lot of different stuff. Off the line, it's pretty solid. Moving around, it's solid. The traction's great. You can get around turns good, so it's definitely my number 3 car. I use it so much. When I first bought it, it's all I drove. So coming up with number 2 and number 1 had to be really solid to beat that car, because it's just solid all the way around. So I know it's slightly expensive, but definitely worth the purchase. At number 2, I have the Coil Cyclone. And so I chose this car because of the acceleration. And I know that its acceleration may not statistically be up there, but the feel of this car and just the power in the rear wheels, I love driving it. It tops out at around 110 miles an hour, so it's not necessarily a top-out car. And, honestly, its traction and handling isn't the best. But the acceleration and how quick it gets up is pretty impressive. I love driving it. I love, how fast you can get up and down streets and get from point A to point B. And honestly, statistically, like I said, it doesn't necessarily compete with some of the other cars, but just the feeling of the car, and it really has that all-electric feel, even if it may not be the way, may be that way, but I just love driving the car. I definitely recommend it. It has a lot of different things you can do, tune-ups wise, looks wise. It's a sleek-looking car, and I just love driving it. Point blank, period. The Cyclone is a must-have, in my opinion. Definitely comes in, number 2 spot for me. I love the car, and I definitely recommend it. At number 1, I have the Wagner. And so coming up with the number 1 spot was pretty difficult for me, because there's so many cars in GTA that are so good, but I went with the Wagner because its lap time and just all-around drivability, I think is unmatched. The lap time actually is the fastest statistically in the game, unless someone else has some statistics they want to bring up from the research that I did. It does the quickest time, Its acceleration is solid. Its traction is really, really high. So the control, the handling, it's all there. I love driving the car. I definitely race with it all the time. Its top speed is solid at 126 miles an hour. All around, I feel like the Wagner is, the fastest car in the game. And I did this in terms of obviously like lap time, just like all around driving the car. So by any means, this wasn't, the top speed, the best car off the line, anything like that. But just like all around, I felt like the Wagner was going to, be that go-to car for you in races or, when you need to get somewhere quickly. I put it my number one spot because I'm most comfortable driving it. A lot of people have definitely ranked cars in different spots, and I've done a lot of research, but the AutoWork, the 21, the Deviste 8, Cyclone, Wagner, these are 5 cars that I've used for a long time, and I really, really think that you really can't go wrong with any of them. Obviously, the Pariah is really great too if you guys want to try it out. It has a lot of power, so be ready for that. But any 5 of these cars, I feel like is going to be solid for you. If you guys have a different opinion, please comment down below. This is just me, my opinion of the cars, what I like to drive and stuff. So I definitely would vouch for any 5 of these cars, guys. I love the support, and I love everything. So I really appreciate you guys and subbing, and I'm trying to bring as much good information as I can to the channel. I have a little bonus car for you guys, and then we'll get out of here. So without further ado, my bonus vehicle is the Vigilante. So if you don't have a Batmobile, then you got to ask yourself, what are you really doing? The Batmobile is so much fun. It has a rocket, obviously. You can put missiles on it. It comes with a minigun. I mean, it's what you think it is. Like when you see Batmobile, you kind of get a little excited, and it's that much fun to drive. It's pretty expensive at $3.7 million, but I love driving it. I love having it. If you don't have it, I would definitely save up to get it. Maybe not one of your first purchases, but it's so much fun. Just a little bonus content. I do love the car. I love driving it around. If you guys don't have it, please get it. Like I said, guys, I love the support, the likes, and the comments and everything. Please keep it coming. I'm trying to answer everything I can. If you haven't already subscribed, be sure to do that. I'm trying to bring as much good information to the channel as I can. And I'll see you guys in the next video.